Good morning, Hoover Cardinals, and welcome back to The Nest. My name's Alexia Flores. Today on The Nest, we will be talking about iHigh, life skills, and creative writing. iHigh is a way for students to make up their credits, but is it really helping students learn the things they should be learning? You will tell you more about this topic.
When students fail their classes, there's something they can do called iHigh. Currently, many students at Hoover are taking the program. This program allows students to make up the credit they need online, whether to graduate or succeed to take their required classes on time. But what we need to know is iHigh really working? We investigated it. If the students are really learning and getting the proper education out of iHigh.
A student can request iHigh lab time here at Hoover when they meet with their counselor and they review the transcript to see that they perhaps need to make up D's or F's to increase their GPA or redo a class. We've seen an increase, especially since last year, about kids who are trying to get their GPAs higher.
Hi, my name is Andrea McCullough, and I am the iHigh resource teacher at the Hoover Innovation Center. I absolutely think iHigh helps students in their academics. It helps students either get ahead or make up classes. They can take a class that they have failed in the past and get credit replacement for that class, or they can get ahead by taking classes for the first time. The Innovation Center actually addresses the social emotional needs of the students. And we prevent dropouts by creating an environment where students can make up a lot of classes really quickly so they can stay in a traditional high school and not have to drop out because of things going on in their personal life.
I had iHigh for the rest of my first semester. It helped me in a way that I got to make up credits for my freshman year. I did learn, it wasn't just for the credit, but I learned a lot.
Life skills are very valuable for our everyday lives, and it is important that schools provide students with the opportunities to learn more of these life skills here at school. Kevin will cover this story.
At Hoover, students are offered different academies to join with different specifications. For example, we have an art academy, health academy, and more. But do these academies offer life-based skills? How do teachers and students see it as?
In the Health Academy, I think we infuse a lot of life skills. I teach financial literacy. I've just been trained to do sex education. We did conflict resolution last year, so I think a lot of life skills are infused in the Health Academy.
Design is to bring more real-life application into the school setting. As far as the Health Academy goes, the idea is we have students that are interested in maybe looking at a profession in the healthcare field, so the courses are designed to give them more real-life application. Doctor for a day, what's it like, a day in the life of the doctor, and the curriculum is certainly geared more towards the healthcare profession.
Life skills are important for students because it prepares them for real-world situations like getting a job and college experiences after high school. Each academy offers the same life skills but in different ways to accommodate to the students in that academy. We ask students how their academies implement life skills through their classes and programs.
So to start off, my academy is preparing me while showing me the techniques in the field of engineering. For example, in a workshop, which I'm taking right now, my teacher, Mr. Gonzalez, is showing me how to make the basics of a ukulele. Well, right now, I just finished the neck part of my piece.
My academy offers rotations for juniors, and this rotation taught me many valuable skills that I can use later on in life to help me, prepare for the future, a job, college, whatever.
It's helping me with technology. In my future job, I want to become a mechanic, and right now, cars are technology now, so it's helping me what to do with technology now.
Academy, I have an idea of where I want to go in college, as in what career I want to study. It exposed me to a whole bunch of different jobs in the medical field.
You heard it. Hoover Academies offer students different life skills, assets, and an opportunity to seek a career in different categories like in the medical field, construction, art, or music.
Overall, students do get opportunities to learn life skills, all according to the academy they're in. Creative writing is a place for students to work on their writing, whether it is a short story or a poem, and are able to share it with each other. Barbara gives you more insight.
Welcome back, Hoover Cardinals. We're here to inform you on the Creative Writing Club, where you can publish your works and get help from others. The club meets on Mondays after school in room 203. Hope to see you there. Some students here at Hoover like to write as a hobby or possibly career choice. But how does this help with student creativity? The Creative Writing Club at Hoover offers to help students who have a strong passion for writing. Last year, they had a couple of people who won some awards for their poetry. For those of you who want to publish your work online for free, there's a place that encourages students to branch out to different forms of publication, such as Wattpad and Fiction.net. Offer a safe place to publish any form of writing, whether it's nonfiction, fan fiction, or poetry. The list is endless. If you're interested in joining the Creative Writing Club, their meetings are after school on Mondays, and if you want to publish work, Wattpad is a free website, and it's easy to sign up.
I feel that our club is really inclusive, so it's an open space and a lot of students can come in and feel welcomed. And since we are the Creative Writing Club, you can use it as a platform to express yourself, and it's just a good inclusive environment, and it's really welcoming.
The Creative Writing Club is a place for students to express themselves and try new things. Sometimes in a classroom we have a lot of demands of essays and specific genre writing, and so students can come to Creative Writing Club and just kind of break out of that and feel free. There's no grades. They can just write for pleasure or fun or exploration or expression. You have to consistently reach out and put your work out there, have other people reading it, giving feedback, be willing to revise and not be so attached to a poem or so attached to a piece that you're unwilling to move things around or try new words. I'd encourage people to read a lot because that's where you get inspiration, to just look around them and observe and, write about the things that are weird or different or interesting or compelling or normal or abnormal. And then you just have to do a lot of research online to find places that'll publish your work. Sometimes they won't give any money. There's not a ton of money in publishing. But it's pretty cool to see something you've created on like a printed page that people have.
Yes, there's an app and a website that I go to, and it's called Wattpad. You could post books, writings, poems. The limitation are the types of words and how explicit it goes. You get a lot of readers. You can get followers. People can vote for your book in the HOO-RYDE Awards, where the book can get awarded and there's a possibility of it being published. Publishing houses view them.
Remember, creative writing meets every Monday after school in room 203. Cultural appropriation is an important societal issue that many people don't seem to pay attention to or know of. Jamila reports.
Hello, Cardinals. I'm Jamila Bellinger, and this time we'll be talking about the controversy of cultural appropriation. Many people either don't know or don't understand the importance of cultural appropriation. In this episode, we asked our peers as well as teachers of the significance of this issue. Cultural appropriation has been occurring since the ancient Roman and Greek days, but the recent acts of cultural appropriation are more culture stealing than culture sharing.
Cultural appropriation is when a group of people borrow or replicate things from another culture. However, the problem is that when they do borrow something, their view of it is distorted and they lose the original meaning of whatever it is they're borrowing. Well, I believe it keeps going on because the people who do borrow from other cultures feel like they're not doing anything wrong. In fact, they may think that they're honoring them in some sort of way, but since their view is distorted, it actually causes more harm than good. Well, instead of cultural appropriation, I think we should do like more cultural exchanges where you try to understand whatever it is you're trying to borrow, where it comes from, their purpose and whatnot. I think we're just too lazy to try to understand each other. We just want to just do things for ourselves.
You can find many. If you are talking about Latino culture, you can talk about the food, how a lot of big fast food companies have now kind of tapped into demographics of Latino people and are using traditional Latino foods or Chicano foods like burritos and tacos, and they're putting their twist to it. And you could say that in a way you're just trying to adopt and invite different cultures, but just the fact that they are transforming it to make it their own and to take a lot of the elements that make it Latino, like the spices, the flavors, that is cultural appropriation. Also, in certain clothes companies like Forever 21, Billabong, Urban Outfitters, there's been this trend, and especially with Coachella and that fashion style, that they are taking a lot of influence from Guatemalan crafts, from Native American traditions, and they're using that to sell their clothes. And the problem with this is that a lot of the pieces and a lot of the clothes and the crafts that are created by the indigenous cultures are sacred, and it's something that it's very like a ritual for them. So the fact that they're using that just to market and to sell more clothes, it makes a lot of people angry and feel that they are being disrespected in their beliefs and their traditions.
So one of the things when you look at cultural appropriation, though, you have to consider that throughout, time, cultures have borrowed from other groups. However, when it becomes exploitive, then that's when it becomes cultural appropriation. So you have instances where fraternities and sororities have dressed in blackface and tried to mimic, urban black culture or try to talk slang. So you had those things that emerge. However, cultural appropriation, when it's not exploitive, is the operative word. So when it doesn't, when a group is not profiting from the exploitation of a group that they're appropriating. So you might want to even think about even some of the things that you have on right now. What are some things that you have on now that are from another culture? So the reason that having an understanding of cultural appropriation matters is that we begin to learn and appreciate other cultures without a skewed or disrespectful interpretation of who they are. So it would be the same as ascribing stereotypes to a particular group and then mimicking that through cultural appropriation. So I think that not having an understanding of cultural appropriation will cause many missteps and create misunderstanding and actually disharmony. Having an understanding will create harmony and allow folks to negotiate the delicate nuances of race and ethnic relations.
Coming up next, we have QQ and Hidden Treasures.
Help can be needed right around the corner. When you least expect it, help can be knocking on your door.
Anyone can be a hero.
Help someone. Take a risk.
And don't hold back.
If you never explore, you will never discover how one small step can lead to another.
So turn a frown upside down.
The Rotary International. Service. Above
self.
Hello Hoover Cardinals, my name is Romani Atuatasi, and this week's QQ is, what are your plans for spring break?
I want to go to Mexico and have a good time.
We're going to continue making our vlog videos for YouTube.
I will be signing with them.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. The link is right down right here.
Sleep.
We finna be at Anna's house for a party on the 27th. Turn up. Hit me up for the Addy.
Play volleyball, and that's it.
Life.
What are your plans for spring break?
Well, I'm preparing for my, movie making thing so I can become Steven Spielberg one day.
My plans for spring break is enjoy my single life, no more crazy girlfriend, have fun, party, usual.
What are your plans for spring break?
Stay home.
Go to the beach.
Sleep.
What are your plans for spring break?
Playing video games, PS4, 24/7, 25/8.
Stay home and watch KPBS.
I'm going to LA to visit my sister. Yay!
Hidden Treasures, a segment in which we visit unknown and cool places in San Diego in order to share its beautiful views and historic past.
This week on Hidden Treasure, we're at La Jolla Cove visiting Sunny Jim Cave. Located at La Jolla, it's the only cave accessible by land in San Diego. The entrance to this cave may seem odd, but it is through this cave story. For a cost of $5 for adults and $3 for minors, you can enter this landmark through the underground tunnel. It is a naturally formed sea cave that's about 200,000 years old. The only cave out of the 7 along the cliff with land access. The tunnel is man-made and is dug out in 1902 by 2 Chinese laborers hired by Gustav Schultz, a German engineer.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Nest. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Hoover Nest and add us on Snapchat also at Hoover Nest. See you next week.